I'm Paul Elliott here with Hashrocket TV, and we're interviewing Ryan Bigg. He just won a Ruby Hero Award for his documentation efforts on the Ruby on Rails website. Ryan, what exactly did you do on the website?
Right, in November I heard a lot of people complaining about the state of documentation in Rails, that it wasn't quite up to date with that. And so I decided that I'd get in some donations. I just wanted to see who would donate to a documentation fund all through December. And I got in $2,500 worth of donations, which is pretty awesome to work on documentation just by itself. So all through December I fixed up the Active Record query interface guide, the configuration guide, and I wrote most of an initialization guide. And during that time I was also working on the book Rails 3 in Action as well with Yehuda. But with that documentation now we've got way more up-to-date guides, better routing documentation as well, and yeah, pretty good.
I know we refer to those documents a lot. They're really excellent. Now, is any work being done on the actual RDoc?
No,
APIs?
not at the moment. I'd like to do some more work on that after. Just a little time constrained at the moment. But the API documentation really sucks. Like you get at api.rubyonrails.org, it's a frames-based website. So if you try and link somebody to a specific point in the documentation, you have to kind of like right-click on the page, copy link from to frame, and it's just difficult. So what I prefer is like api.jquery.org does it right, where you just like I can do jQuery get into Google and it gives me that link straight to jQuery get or whatever method. And I want to be able to do that with Rails as well. It's just such a pain at the moment.
Yeah, it is. So for people that want to help contribute to the documentation effort, what's the best way for them to do that?
Right, there's the Doc Rails repository on GitHub at the moment. That's at github.com/LIFO/docrails.
Okay.
And people can submit patches to that. I think it's like a public write access repository. And if you want tips and instructions on how to contribute back to that, there is the instructions on the wiki page for that as well.
Okay, great. Well, congratulations on your award, and thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, man.